world. And I hope you don't save another girl. Don't forget about me. I can't stop singing it. I can't stop singing fucking Superman by Taylor Swift. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while and I kind of didn't post for a month, but I've had a lot going on in my personal life that I've had to deal with and stuff like that. So let me just give you a rundown of what happened in the weeks that you've missed. Number one, I dropped out of uni because it just wasn't for me. So I'm going to go to TAFE instead, which is another schooling thing here in Australia, and I'm going to study makeup. I'm going to be a makeup artist. So I am very excited, and I just finished my enrollment yesterday. Well, my start enrollment. And yeah, so that's what the one thing has been going on. And number two, my bank account got hacked recently. So I've had to deal with that, and everything's fine. Nothing got stolen. Everything's intact. Everything's okay. But yeah, so I've had a few things going on, and then I also did have a family member pass away. My great nan passed away a few weeks ago, and we had her funeral. Actually, she passed away a month ago, and we had her funeral a couple weeks ago. So I was dealing with that. So yeah, but I'm back and ready than ever. This is the second video I posted after coming back, because there will be one before this. I think it's my fictional character hit list, this one. If you haven't watched it, it's so funny and I love it. I need to finish editing it at this point in time, but it will be up before this one. But this one is my May reading wrap up, and I read 5 books this month, so not my personal best. March is still my personal best. I read 9 books, but June we're going to read more. I promise. I've got a plan. We'll get to that. We're not going to have a TBR for June, like an exact TBR. I'm just going to tell you what I plan to read in June. But let's get into the wrap up. I read 5 books this month. I did start a reread, and I did read some other books as well. So let's get into the video. I'm trying a new makeup look today. I did something really natural. I didn't put any foundation on. I just did concealer. I'm testing my makeup looks because I'm training to be a makeup artist. I need to like practice all my different makeup looks. So I did something a little more natural today. You can see some of my pimples. I've got a breakout here and here, but I'm trying to get used to it. And this is the matching top to the top in last week's video. You know the red one that I said was Lois Lane coated? Yeah, this is the brown one. I think it's even more Lois Lane coated, from Smallville specifically. I finished Smallville. Oh, from the time of filming that last video. I filmed that video a month ago and I haven't put it up. From the time of filming that last video and now I finished Smallville. I cried. I've already started rewatching it, but I am watching another new show, and I'm watching Pretty Little Liars for the first time. Well, technically second. I started watching and then I didn't finish it, so I'm gonna start to finish. But yeah, and I'll probably do that when I'm editing. I'll probably watch Pretty Little Lies at the same time. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that. I finished Smallville, cried, amazing. I'm gonna like rewatch the whole thing. It's my new comfort show. Whenever I have a bad day, I'll come home and watch it. Okay, so I read 5 books this month. I read technically 1.5 on Kindle, and then 3.5 in paperback, because I read one of them half Kindle, half paperback. 2 of them I did audio / paperback, and the other I just did paperback. But we're gonna get into it in order with ratings, genres, and the average, the rating average from Goodreads, and then my rating, and see how that compares. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. This is gonna be spoiler free. And yeah, but there might be a couple spoilers for the off-campus TV show because I've watched it 3 times already. So yeah, but let's just start from the beginning. The first book I read this month, I kind of just finished it this month. I started it in April, but I finished it this month. And that is Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Here we go. I did talk about this in my last reading wrap-up video. If you've not watched it, this is my April reading wrap-up because I was so close to finishing it, but I knew I was going to finish it in May. I did. I gave this one 4 stars. And I loved this book. I thought it was short. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was okay. And I was like, here's my review. If Jenna editing can find my review, she'll put it across the screen here. I thought it was okay, and everyone calls DM annoying. And I was like, oh, she's not that bad. She's not that bad. Oh, I started book 2. Oh my God. I didn't finish book 2. I stopped 11% in. I've DNF'd it for now. I do want to go back because I want to see how this series ends. But I can't take it. DM got so annoying all of a sudden. She was fine in this book for me, and then in book 2, bam. I can't even talk about it. She was so annoying. I could not take it. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. And then I was in a slump for a little while, didn't read for a few days, and I was like, okay, I need to pick something else up, and that's where it leads into the next one. I'm gonna tell you more about this. I actually loved this book. This book was really good. It was recommended to me by Rima, my friend, and she was like, oh, it's so good, I love it, it's amazing. And she's read up to book 2, so she hasn't read book 3 yet, and then book 4 is coming out this year. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick this up, and it has beautiful sprayed edges. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sprayed edges. I do want to get the rest of the series. Like I said, I only have the first one in paperback. The rest, they're all on Kindle Unlimited. Okay, they're all on Kindle Unlimited. So I read this half paperback, half Kindle Unlimited. I switched between the two for whatever I was feeling like, but I mainly read on Kindle Unlimited because I prefer my Kindle when I have the option of a Kindle and a paperback. So yeah, my thoughts basically, everything was fine in this one. The romance wasn't really romancing the way I wanted it to. I hated Henry. If you don't hate him, then I feel like you need to get your head checked because he's horrible and I hate him from the beginning. He's controlling and I don't like him, and yeah. But the only thing that kept me going in this book was Luther. That's it. He's the only thing that kept me going. The rest I didn't. And DM was fine in this one, like I said. But the only reason I want to continue the series is because of Luther, because he's okay and I actually like him. The only thing I don't like about him is he has long hair, and I don't like I'm not a fan of men with long hair. Personal preference, I don't mind it to the shoulders. I feel like it's okay, but any longer than that, and I'm like, no. That's all I can really say about this book. I didn't really have any amazing thoughts on it. Like I said, my review pretty much said it all, so that's it for this one. I will continue the series eventually. I'm just not into it right now because DM pissed me the fuck off. If you watch my hit list video, her and Henry are both on the hit list, so that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so after the disappointment of, I want to say Glow of the Everflames, the second one, after the disappointment of that, I was like, oh, I need to like reread something. And I did say in my other video that I might start a reread this month of Throne of Glass, and I did. Throne of Glass is the best series, my favorite series. I read it for the first time in 2024. This is my third reread. I read it in second reread, third time reading. So I read it for the first time in 2024 in July. I got the whole series for my birthday from my grandpa. I picked it, he gave it to me anyway. But I read the first time from July to September in 2024. I was engulfed in the world and in the world building for 3 months, and it was the best time of my life. And then last year I reread it at the same time as I did this year. I started rereading in April and I finished at the end of June. This year I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. We'll get to that, but yeah, what can I say? 5 stars, 10 stars. This is probably one of my least favorite in the series, the first book, just because the others are so much better. But I don't want to say what my least favorite is because I know people will be mad. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you my Throne of Glass ranking, but I will say that this one is second bottom. So, but not because it's bad by all means. All of the books in the series are 5 stars to me. It's just that I have my favorites. So, and it's not Tower of Dawn. Saying it's not Tower of Dawn. Tower of Dawn's in my top 4, like in my top 5. I love Tower of Dawn. Anyway, this book is obviously amazing. Follows Selena Sardouthian. She's an assassin. She's to compete in trials for being the King's Champion. I didn't even explain what Spark of the Everflame was about. I don't give a fuck. And it's so good. If you have not jumped on the Throne of Glass train yet, please do. I've got my friend Silver onto Throne of Glass, and she started reading it. This is the reason I started the reread. She was reading it for the first time. And then hearing all her thoughts, I was like, oh my god, I need to reread it. So I started. And now I'm ahead of her in my reread. So she's still on Assassin's Blade. I finished Assassin's Blade, not last night, the night before. And I'm on Air of Fire now. And yeah, hearing her thoughts while reading it for the first time, I was like, oh, I need to reread it. So that's what caused me to do the reread. So obviously 5 stars, amazing. Sarah J. Maas, I love you. We have all my beautiful tabs in the book. So yeah. But what more can I say? I cried, I screamed, I laughed, and I did this on audio as well. I love the audiobooks. I don't have Audible. I literally just search them up on YouTube and I find them. So that's what I did the audiobook for this, loved it. I could listen to it in the shower with my AirPods, I could listen to it when I was cleaning my room, I could listen to it when I was making breakfast, I could listen to it when I was doing anything, I could listen to it as I drove to work, to dance, whatever. It was just the best thing. I love the audiobooks, and Elizabeth Evans does such a good job narrating the characters, and she does all of them. It's just her narrating the whole series. Oh, she's just so good in it. And I heard she did ACTA as well, and I want to find the ACTA audiobooks for free because I can't afford Audible because I pay for like Kindle Unlimited and shit already as well. So I want to find the ACTA audiobooks so I can do that when I do my reread for those. But yeah, so I love Throne of Glass, and it was so good as always, and I do a reread every year. So we'll see her again next year. Obviously, following Throne of Glass, we have Crown of Midnight. I went straight into this, but I was reading other books at the time. I was reading another book on my Kindle at the time, which we'll get into, but Crown of Midnight. This one is above Throne of Glass in my ranking. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you my whole ranking because that'll make people sad what my least favorite one is, but this is not my least favorite. This is number 6 in my ranking. I loved it, so good. The scene, I will never, okay, this is a slight spoiler, but it's the fact that Selena outruns a fucking horse to get to Nehemia. That scene gets me every time. And also, my friend Silva has animated that scene, and she's gonna post it eventually when she gets it done. And I've seen like the fuck was that? Someone's in my house. I hope it's my mother. Yeah, like I've seen the storyboarding for it, so like her rough draft, and it already looks so good, and I know it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, so Crown of Midnight, amazing as always. 6 stars. Seriously, what is that sound? 6 stars as always. Beautiful, amazing, made me cry. Once again, I did it in audio as well. Oh my god. The midway point, if you know what I'm talking about, the midway point, and just the ending as well. I love you, I'm sorry. Every time, every fucking time, bro. So good. Love it, love it, love it as always, because it's just amazing. And yeah, I can't really say more about this one because obviously it leads from Throne of Glass, but yeah, it's just, if you have not jumped on the Throne of Glass train, please get on it, please. Oh, it's so good. It is so freaking good. And also, for anyone that tells you that Throne of Glass has smut, it does not. It has 2 chapters of it in Emperor Storms, maybe 3, like, and it's not even smut, it's just spice, it's fade to black, it's YA. It is high fantasy or epic fantasy, either or. I think it's epic fantasy, YA with a romance subplot. Romance is not the main focal point of this series. Maybe this book, it focuses on a romance in this book, but oh my god, like people who tell you, oh, it's a romantasy, it's not. It's an epic fantasy with a romance subplot, and it is not smut, it is YA. They keep it fade to black. There are some spicy lines. Let me tell you, Dorian and Rowan, they ain't YA, but the books are, okay? I have nothing more to say. Okay, while I was reading Crown of Midnight, I also read another book on my Kindle. I finally finished Curse of the Seven by K.S. Eliot, and I don't mean finally finished in a bad way, I mean in a good way. I'm glad I finally got through it because I really wanted to read this, and I was just struggling at the beginning just because I wasn't feeling like it. Finally finished it. 3.75 stars. I thought it was really good. There was just some things I didn't like about it, but it was good for an indie author's debut novel. And as an indie author myself with a debut novel, I loved this, and it was so good. And I do want to read book 2 at some point, not anytime in the near future. I think I will get to it when I get to it and when I feel like it, but so good still. I loved it. K.S. Eliot did a really great job with this. I don't know how to explain it really. Here's the thing, I started it in March, read 23% of it, softy and effed it because I wasn't in the mood. Then I didn't restart it from the beginning when I started it. I just picked up from where I left off. So I was in a jumble and I just couldn't understand half of it. But then I got there in the end and it was really good. And the ending was like kind of flat a little bit, but also kind of pulled together. And obviously there's a second book, it's a duology. The second book is slightly shorter, but I feel like, I don't know how the second book's gonna go. No idea how the second book's gonna go. So that is gonna be a surprise for me when I get to it. But I really did love this. It was really cute. Very, very much YA. It was definitely like perfect for a YA reader. If you're looking for something perfectly YA with like no spice at all, and like heavy fantasy but also equally romance, like it's very balanced, Curse of the Seven. Very, very good. So I'm looking forward to Prophecy of the Seven when I get to it. I'll probably won't get to it for the next month or so because I am finishing my Throne of Glass reread, reading the off-campus series, and then I am finally reading fucking Crescent City because it's taking me a while, and obviously these three are very thick. So I won't get to it anytime soon, but when I do, obviously you guys will see in the wrap-up and I'll tell you my thoughts, blah blah blah. So hopefully I remember what happened in Curse of the Seven, so when I get to Prophecy of Seven, I know. But yeah, it was really good. It was really cute. And the romance, here's the thing. The guy that I thought she was going to be with, I called it from the beginning that he was dodgy. Knew it. I'm not going to say who it is because that's spoilers. And the other guy that I was like, thought she was going to be with in the end, I was like, yeah. There was nothing really happening between them until the very end. And so I feel like in the second book, it's really going to set them up more as the couple, because the other dude was dodgy and I knew it. I was like, he's dodgy, don't trust him. And she did. And look what happened. Look what happened. The final book I read this month was a spontaneous decision. Because, oh, and if you didn't know, Curse of the Seven is the only book off my TBR I made that I've read. But this next one can count because I did have one that was like read a book with dual POV, right? And I did pick Mile High by Liz Tom 40, but I'm replacing it with this one just so I can say I read 2 books off my TBR. But Off Campus came out this month and I watched the first 2 episodes, but then I was like, no, you have to read the book first. So I read the deal. I have had this on my shelf for 2 years because I got this exact copy. Is from Melbourne when I went to see the Eras tour, and then my mum got me the whole box set of the series for my birthday that same year, so I had 2 copies of the deal. So I gave the second copy to my best friend and she is actually going to read it like these coming weeks. So, and then she's going to watch the show and give me all her thoughts and give everyone her thoughts. So I'm excited for her to watch the show and read the book because it was so good. And oh my god, this was 4.5 stars for me. It wasn't 5 stars just because there was some things that I was like icky about, but 4.5 stars. Garrett fucking Graham. I am so glad that I paused watching the show and went and read this and then watched the rest of the show because I could see every difference between the show and the book, but they stuck pretty well to the book. Like there's a few things that were left out. The one thing I was like kind of glad they left out was the campus-wide hands-off law because it wouldn't have translated well to modern day media, I feel. So because they made it, spoilers for Off Campus, for the show and for the book. I know I said I wouldn't do spoilers, but I'm going to have to because I have to talk about it. Just because they made Garrett break up with Hannah in the show, I definitely think removing the campus-wide hands-off law made sense. I definitely feel like if they had done it like in the book where she breaks up with him because his dad tells her to, then they could have kept it in the show, but I still feel it wouldn't have translated well in the modern day. So I'm kind of glad they took that out, but I'm also kind of sad because that was like one of the best parts of the whole book. Oh, it was just so good. And they also changed the timeline as well because they made the showcase at the end of the show. Like that's like the last scene of the show besides the bar scene. And sorry, my friend is mentioning me in the chat. Michaela, I can see you. I'm filming right now. I'll talk to you in a minute. But yeah, so I feel like they did it really, really well and it was really well done adaptation. All the guys are hot. What can I say? So now I'm deep in the off-campus series. I'm going to start The Mistake pretty much today. And I'm so excited, bro. And I'm so excited that Dean and Ali's season is next because I love them and I do want to read their book, obviously. But I'm kind of like, why are they going out of order? But it makes sense because they kind of introduced Dean and Ali in the second half of season 1. So it made sense why they're doing that. But I'm excited. So I love the show. I've already watched it 3 times and I love the book. So freaking good. Amazing. I definitely think there was more depth of the book and I really like the way that they portrayed Hannah's essay in the show. They weren't like, didn't physically show it. They portrayed it so beautifully and so like, what's the word? Like just so, like they were so sensitive about it. That works. So they weren't like, you know, actually showing it. They were showing how she was affected by it, and that kind of lent into it, and I just really love that, and they really translated it well. So I think they did so well, and the song choices, the scenes, oh guys, I can't stop singing The Bitches Back, okay? And I can't stop singing Cherry Pie either, and it's just, yeah, hell yeah, is so good, and I love it. So 4.5 stars for the deal. This was the last book I read this month. Like I said, I only read 5 books, so. Okay, so like I said, I'm not doing an exact TBR for June. Here's my plan. So I've obviously started my Throne of Glass reread. Now I'm deep into it. I have to keep going until I finish it, until I get to Kingdom of Ash. So my plan is that I'm gonna continue with my Throne of Glass reread this month, and then I'm gonna also read the off-campus series alongside that. So if I'm ever too like depressed from Throne of Glass, I'll go read some of off-campus. So that's what I'm gonna do. So currently I have Air of Fire and The Mistake on my bedhead, and so I'm gonna start The Mistake today, and I'm probably gonna start Air of Fire tonight, so I have like a difference between them. Because when I read a romance book, I don't normally have my projector on because it's not fantasy, so I'm like normally just sitting there reading. But if it's fantasy, I prefer to read it at night because then I can put my projector on and I have a little fantasy world and it's cute. If you haven't seen my projector, then I will, oh no, you have in my reading vlogs. That's such a lie. You so have seen it in my reading vlogs. So my plan is to just switch between Throne of Glass and Off Campus this month, and then I'm gonna see, my birthday is next month. My birthday is on the 3rd of July, so I will be getting new books. So I'll probably still be reading Throne of Glass by then. Hopefully I'll be finished Off Campus, but I'll probably be reading Throne of Glass. And I've got nothing on this month except work because obviously I'm not in uni anymore and my TAFE doesn't start till August. So I'm on winter break technically. So I'm just gonna be read and work. That's all I'm gonna be doing this month. And any birthday parties I have coming up, or any family things, or family, like I have my dance showcase and shit. But yeah, so that's my plan. I'm just gonna binge read, so I'm gonna try and get this month real good reading wrap up for you. Imagine I read like 20 books, but that's not gonna happen. That's my reading wrap up. The 5 books I read. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for taking so long off. I just obviously have had a lot in my personal life with my great nan, uni, TAFE, and just my mental health in general, so I really needed this big break. And I know I just took one before I went away, whilst I was away, and before I did all my holiday vlogs and stuff. I literally did my holiday vlogs, did my wrap up, and then took a break. I'm so sorry. I just had to, just because my mental health wasn't great. But I'm all better now. I'm feeling a lot better, and now that I have a lot more time to film and read and stuff like that, I have time to do YouTube videos for you guys. So I really want to do a 24-hour readathon at some point. So sometime soon I will do that. I have time on Sunday and Monday next week, so maybe I'll do it this week and then have it up in a couple weeks for you guys. But yeah, so I could never do it in a full 24 hours. I will have to do it in 12 and 12 because 24 hours I can't do that reading straight. I have to sleep. I like my sleep, guys, okay? But yeah, so I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next week, hopefully, with whatever video I decide to film. I feel like I need to reorganize my bookshelves again, even though I just did them. God, guys, I also cannot stop singing Superman by Taylor Swift. My Superman obsession is so bad, I swear, because I'm obsessed with Smallville still, and then I love Clark Kent, I love Lois Lane, I love more, and I cannot stop. You can't convince me that Superman by Taylor Swift was not written for specifically Clark Kent and Lois Lane from Smallville, because I listen to the lyrics and I sing them every single day. I play the song every single day like 20 times, and it's so underrated. So if you don't listen to it, go listen to it. And you cannot tell me that those lyrics are not literally written for those characters. Like, come on. They're literally written for Clark and Lois from Smallville. It's Lois singing to Clark, 100%. Fully believe it. Anyway, bye guys. I watch you fly around the world, and I hope you don't save another girl. Don't forget about me. I can't stop singing it. I can't stop singing fucking Superman by Taylor Swift.